Truly shocking moments here at Red Archer Live for all of you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm actually wearing a cap that matches the game I'm talking about for the first time in quite a few months. Either way, hello, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all future content, Payday, Crime Boss, or otherwise. And if you enjoy the video, as always, please do give a thumbs up to help get videos like this out on the algorithm. Really helps encourage the variety content I'm trying to push on here. But today, I'm kicking off some 2025 content for Crime Boss. Probably a shorter video, because I have a second one I'm going to do that I'm quite looking forward to doing, to be honest. But I've missed quite a lot of Crime Boss stuff recently, not for any bad reason, just haven't had the chance to get around to checking it out properly and giving it the time it deserves. So I'm going to be doing that later this month or possibly next month, depending on how content schedules line up. But there's quite a few things coming to Crime Boss in 2025 that they confirmed in a roadmap last month, and I just wanted to cover those and share them with you because I actually haven't seen a lot of people talking about them. So I just thought it'd be cool to just go over them and share why I think it's actually super exciting what they're cooking for the next year. And also because, let's be honest here, it is nice to have a roadmap for a heisting game. I know why Payday 3 doesn't have one, yeah, sure, but it is nice to see it for a different game, and I want to celebrate that. But before we get into it, I did get in touch with IGS, and they did actually offer me the chance to give away a code for a DLC for you guys. I'm using the Xbox store page here, but it applies to whatever platform you want. They released a Jupiter character pack about a month ago, I think. I don't actually know the specific date. I don't know if it's dated. Oh, it was December. There you go. But this gives you a new special version of Jupiter with a new primary weapon, secondary weapon, melee weapon, a special perk that allows you to have the 3 bag carrying and holding your primary thing that Jupiter has, which I believe applies to any boss you equip in co-op. Really cool. So you can get this DLC with a giveaway from my channel. There's only 2 things you need to do. One, you got to have a Discord account, so if I pick you, you can message me over there. And second, all I want you to do is leave a comment down below and let me know what out of the roadmap for 2025 you're most excited for Crime Boss. If I do select your comment as the winning one, I'll pick one out randomly. Just keep an eye out because I will reply to the comment and ask you to get in touch with me on Discord. So if you're not in the Discord server, you need to be in there too. So make sure you use the link in my description or just type in discord.gg/redarcherlive wherever you use Discord, join the server, and I'll be able to contact you directly via that if your comment is the winning one. So if you leave a comment, you might get the DLC for whatever platform you choose. So please feel free to do that. And thank you to IGS for offering to do a code for a giveaway. But let's get into this roadmap, shall we? So I have got a big graphic of it here. Obviously November and December is blocked, so I'll switch over to zoom in those in a little bit. But I just want to go over this and look at what there is, because as you can see, every single month, bar January, apparently it's also same as Starbreeze. January's just a quiet month, fair enough. But every month has got something to look forward to. So you can see there's going to be actual game updates in March, April, June, August, October, and I'm presuming December because it says expansion. That's got to be an update too. And it seems as though in any month where there isn't an update, they're going to do a paid character pack, which makes sense. They've not done too many DLCs recently, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did a couple more like these because, you know, they want to be able to keep the game going, and especially considering how long they left the DLCs for free last year, I don't blame them wanting to probably get a bit more cash back. I want to see the game carry on, and you got to make money to do that. We have character packs for a bunch of characters already existing in the game, I believe, other than Smoke. I don't recognize his name, but Cracker, Yellow, Wiz, and Chase, I recognize all of those, and they will work seemingly very similarly to this Jupiter character pack they did in December. So it'll give you the new character as well as weapons, perks, gear, and a boss skin. So a few things in that package, and most likely charging £3 or what I'm guessing would be $4, which is again a very accessible price too. Really like that. So that's really cool. But the main reason I want to talk about this, not just for the expansions and just theorize and talk about some of the stuff I think is good here, but the big draw that was in the thumbnail is that in 2 months' time, Crime Boss is going to have crossplay. I will say one of the only problems I've had with Crime Boss multiplayer is there just aren't enough lobbies, at least on Xbox for me. I just often find myself going into multiplayer when I play it and finding 3 or 4 lobbies, and most of them have low ping. So definitely having crossplay is going to be a great idea to get more people playing together. I will certainly stream the game a lot more once my community can hop in and play no matter what platform you're on, so that's very exciting. All we gotta hope is that we don't have a repeat of Payday 3 with Nebula. I've got to say it because, let's face it, that's the most recent heisting crossplay experience we've had, and it didn't go down so well. It worked out in the end for Starbreeze. Like I said, they have managed to put every update out on the same platform at the same time, but crossplay does put that pressure on you as a studio. If there's any delays with DLCs, you gotta wait on all platforms, otherwise it breaks your crossplay. But seemingly Crime Boss has been pretty good with that. I think there was one update last year that was a bit behind on Xbox or PlayStation or both versus other platforms, but generally they've been quite consistent anyway, so adding crossplay to the mix seems like it'll do well. So I'm really excited for that. That hopefully will get a lot more people to either revisit the game or check it out knowing they can play it without any platform restrictions. But I also like that we're getting a lot of new missions or levels. I mean, heists are the best thing, but the thing with Crime Boss, if you were newer to the game and you've only heard me talk about it a little bit, there are a lot of either big missions they make, so kind of like campaign missions like the Cagnali's Order DLC, or they'll make missions that adapt to the smaller levels in the game, because there's tons of really small maps in Crime Boss. It's one of the things that I like a lot about it. Even though there's only like 4, 5, 6 big missions and they're building it as they go along, you've got a lot of the smaller ones, and they add more smaller ones as time goes by, so you have got that mix. So even it's saying new mission as opposed to a heist, that doesn't sound uninteresting, because anything they're adding at the minute is just more variety, and especially in games like these, the more content you can add, the better. So I think it's really, really good to pace out the content as often as this with every 2 months. Really cool. But you've got missions coming in April as well as October and December. You can see here, if you want to see the images very briefly, you can see here, you've got a bank vault for the big heist expansion, as well as confirmation there will be a gallery heist in June to coincide with the Steam anniversary, and a branch bank heist in August. Oh, the month of my birthday. It's like they've made that just for me. Drop it on the 15th of August, Crime Boss, and I love you forever. That would be a great birthday present. You all know how much I love bank heists in these games. It's very, very typical. It's very basic, but nothing beats a good bank heist in these games. Nothing beats that thrill. Not for me anyway, personally. But you can also see, like I linked down here, there are different things that I believe seem to be lining up with different key points in the year, because the 2-year anniversary of Crime Boss happens in March. That was March 2023 when it first came out. Rockay Festival, possibly the April update. Steam anniversary in June for update 16, because that was when it came out, June 24 on Steam. Back to business for August. Makes sense. Back to business with the classic bank heist. Halloween Nightmare. What other month is that going to be in? And Winter Ops, December, like it was for 2024. I just think it's a really good start, at least for me, because obviously, like I said, I want to talk about other games, and Crime Boss was one that I was doing a few videos on last year, and the Crime Boss Rockay City 2024 vid, I think I said this in the 2024 video, but that was the biggest video I put out on Red Archer Live last year. It beat every other Payday 3 video I made, I think by quite a bit. I don't think any of the Payday 3 videos got close, so that says a lot that people were intrigued by the review of that, and I would like to see the game get a lot more support, and I'd like to see content on here get some interest from you. So if you guys are into that, I'll make Crime Boss a more regular thing. I mean, I did actually put a poll out on the community tab of my channel, which is really important to check out. I do post things a bit more often on there now to get your thoughts. I hope you like the new banner, by the way. But I asked if people would be happy for Crime Boss videos to take place on Fridays when Payday was quiet, because Friday's typically the Payday day, and the vast majority of you who voted said yes, so I will keep that in mind going forward. Obviously today it's taken up the non-Payday video slot, but going forward that gives me a bit more flexibility, and if people like Crime Boss content, I'll do a good bit more of it if there's stuff coming out and stuff to talk about, because I do really enjoy this game, and I certainly didn't give it its flowers for the second half of the year. I know I praised it a lot in my review video, but it deserved more praise after that, and I didn't play enough of the stuff. For one thing, there is a game mode they added, I think a survival type one, called Rockay Rumble. It was meant to be temporary, but it was so well received, they've just made it a permanent thing now, but it gives me a chance to check in and play through that. So my plan is, the next video I'm going to do for Crime Boss, whenever that is, maybe next week, week after, whatever it may be, I'm going to hop in, try the Jupiter character pack, play the Winter Ops level, and also Rockay Rumble, try them all out, and if there's anything else I've missed, I'll try that out too. I just kind of miss doing actual gameplay videos. You know, so much of it is me talking about the news for games, but I'm not playing enough on this channel, which is ironic with it being a gaming channel. So it'd be fun to try that out and see. Maybe I'll do some stream highlight gameplays as well. We'll see. But overall, I just wanted to share this because I thought it looked really, really cool. So let me know what you think down below. And as I said for the giveaway, which of these things interests you the most, and why is it crossplay? No, seriously, let me know what excites you the most about this roadmap. And if you haven't played Crime Boss yet, are you going to check it out this year based on what's happening? You may be going to check it out when the crossplay drops. The game is super duper cheap to get. It's now £16 or $20 for the RRP. And as I mentioned in the last time I talked about Crime Boss, I honestly think that's underselling the game based on what's in it and the amount of heists you can play. It is more arcadey. Like, the shooting definitely isn't as strong as, say, Payday 3. I'll put that out there. It does feel a bit more like a classic kind of older arcadey game, but with a modern look, at least visually. And also there's the cringy dialogue from the main story. But like I said, I think that's part of its charm. But in terms of the amount of content you get in the game, that is a very, very good price for it. I'm not paid to say that. I genuinely am just surprised they've made it that cheap. So if you haven't checked it out yet, well worth doing. Genuinely, I really do think it's worth your time. But we'll see what else comes out this year and how the game looks in a year's time, and hopefully they don't run into too many problems. As always, these roadmaps are subject to change, so something could change. Obviously, that could happen. Don't be surprised if it does. That is the downside of roadmaps. Sometimes things do get altered. But even if we get close to what's promised here, I think it's going to be a very interesting time for the game, because especially, as I've said before, with attention spans, you got to have something constantly happening in your game to keep people interested, and having monthly updates, as well as something I didn't even mention at the bottom here, the monthly double XP weekends, the last weekend of every month. You've always got something at least every month to bring people back, and that's important for games like these, where you are constantly evolving and constantly bringing people back in. People will probably roll their eyes when I make Payday 3 comparisons to this game, because they are a little bit on the nose, but it is kind of interesting to compare the two. It's why I did that 2024 review to begin with, because it was intriguing to see what Payday 3 did better and what Crime Boss did better. And I do like that both games aren't really trying to copy each other. They've got elements from each other. I mean, Payday started letting you carry 2 bags of the transporter line, which was a Crime Boss thing first. Not exactly a unique mechanic to them, I don't think, but you get the point. There are things you can compare and say this is similar, this is not, and as I've said before, the amount of content offer is vastly superior in Crime Boss. There's much more to do, but Payday's gunplay feels better. Stealth, also better in Payday 3, but I don't mind Crime Boss's stealth. It's perfectly fine for what it does. If I didn't think Crime Boss is very good, I wouldn't talk about it, but there are definitely elements to it that I really like. So if you guys want to hear me talk about them, let me know, and I will do more videos in the future. I definitely think there's stuff we could talk about, and like I said, I really do want to do a video trying out Rockay Rumble and anything else that I've missed content-wise, but I will wrap it up there. Thank you very, very much for watching. As always, shorter video, as I said, but just wanted to cover the key things for Crime Boss for 2025 as a bit of an opening, a bit of a beginning for 2025 content if we decide to go further down this lane, which I'd really like to, so we'll see where we go. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about everything coming in the comment section below, as I've said already, and you can enter the giveaway. As I've said earlier, make sure you go to Discord account so you can join the server if you win the giveaway. Like the video if you've enjoyed it and want to see more content coming forward, and as I said already, make sure to click subscribe if you haven't already to stay in touch with all future content, and check me over on Twitch for more live streams. I've been very quiet this month, but I'm trying to get used to the YouTube schedule, and then I'll build back with the Twitch streaming, so hopefully in the next week or two I'll get a bit more reliable over there as well. But either way, thank you all for watching. See you all soon in the new video. Look after yourselves, take care, see you in the next one.